For me, the answer is very simple. I didn't see anything that happened that even needed forgiveness. I was very surprised even, you may remember, that he asked for forgiveness, because in my mind there wasn't anything I needed to forgive. But then I came to the realization that Steve needed to hear the words that he is forgiven, and I spoke of it easily. I didn't blame him for anything. There was nothing to have to forgive. This is when I came when I was in the hospital room, out of the coma, and Steve came to visit. When he was invited to come into the room, he came into the room with his arms like this. And I had him come over closer. As he got closer, his arms were still covering this part of his chest. And I said, Steve, put your arms down. And he would put them down for a moment, and then the next second, they're right back up, protecting the center of the body. And I asked him to put his arms down again, because you can't hug me with your arms crossed like that. And I invited him over for the hug. And as he mentioned, we hugged for minutes, and each of us were crying. My tears were not of sorrow. My tears were of joy that I'm meeting him for the first time. No thoughts ever went to head-on collision, drunk driving, none of that at all. So it wasn't that I had to think about, wow, should I forgive him? There was nothing I held against him. The forgiving was easy to express. He needed to hear it. I expressed it. I am healed by that expression of forgiveness and love myself. And what a joy to look at him 20 years later. Still, this magnificent, gentle man is still in my life. He was doing for me over 20 years things that I felt I personally couldn't do out of the physical aspect. He joyfully would come and do anything and everything that needed to be done for me. So,
yeah, the most amazing part of that, what Chris was just talking about, was that the amazing thing about the forgiveness that he, and compassion he bestowed upon me, was that he allowed himself to heal, and he allowed me to heal all at the same time. Without that, with any resentment or any ill will or hatred towards me, he told me that he would not be able to heal, and I would not be able to heal. Just by that act of compassion, he allowed us both to come together and heal. There was no separation. It became one, and the power within that is incredible. My life changed, and I think Chris's life has expanded also from that gift that he presented me with.
For the 17 and a half years that we had the shop open, the article that Clark wrote and had published, Christmas Day, December 25th, 1995, the Empire section, was a Bible in my shop. And we had, by people asking, etc., handed out thousands